Welcome to the video lesson. Today I am going to explain illustrated examples regarding mensuration. In the previous class I have explained what are the three-dimensional objects and what is the lateral surface area and total surface area and volume of 3D objects, and what are the formulae for finding out, and what is the difference between the surface areas and volumes of 3D objects. And today we'll going to I'm going to explain some examples regarding this concept. Next, just we'll go through the formulae I have explained in the previous class. See, the name of the solid figure I've explained in the previous class are cuboid, cube, prism, cylinder, pyramid, cone, sphere, and hemisphere. And these are the figures of the 3D objects, and these are the formulae. See, how to remember the formulae also I explained in the previous class, and we'll apply these formulae to solve some of the problems in mensuration. Let us move on. See, look at this figure. What is this? This is a gate, I think. So the quantity of paint required to paint this gate. See, look at the gate, how it is built up. These all are cylindrical rods. The gate is made with the cylindrical rods, like see here. The gate is painted with a black paint, and the quantity of paint required to color this gate. So what will take the surface area or volume of the gate will take? That we'll see on. See, we are painting the rods outside, isn't it? Therefore, we have to consider only the surface area of the cylindrical rods. So here, the quantity of paint required to paint the gate, for that we'll apply this concept of mensuration, and mensuration is applied over here. And see here, one more figure, solid figure. What is this? This is a wooden box, isn't it? How is the shape of this wooden box? Is it cylindrical shape or a cuboidal shape? This is like a cuboidal shape, isn't it? And see, the quantity of paint required to paint the surface area, or the capacity of the box, and to paint the surface area of the box. For all these questions, we apply the mensuration concept, like the formula will apply, and we'll find out the values for this. And here also, the application of mensuration will do. See here, next one, we'll move on to the next one. See, what is this? Yes, this is a joker cap. When you go for the birthday parties and all, they'll give this type of caps, isn't it? See how this cap look like? Yes, you're right. This look like a cone. And there may be a question like, what is the volume of the cardboard required to prepare this type of cones, or the volume of the cardboard required to prepare like 10 joker caps, 100 joker caps, and so on. These type of questions also. Next, see, look at this. This is a water tank, and this water tank does not possess any lid here, isn't it? Water is filled in this tank, and there is no lid for this water tank. This is a cement water tank which is built on the roof of the building, isn't it? So to whitewash this water tank, this water tank does not possess any lid, and we can't paint the bottom also. So for this, in this case, if they ask a question like the quantity of paint required, whitewash required to paint this water tank, means which dimension you'll find out, which formula you use. Is that a LSA, TSA, or volume? Which formula you'll apply here? We'll apply lateral surface area. Why lateral surface area? Why not total surface area? Because there is no lid here, so top is not there. We can't paint the bottom also. Therefore, only the four sides we can paint. The four sides will be the lateral surface. So in this, we'll find out the lateral surface, and we can easily find out the quantity of paint required to whitewash this water tank. So this one. Next, we'll move on to the some examples. See here, this is a direct question. Here I have taken a problem. Calculate the LSA, TSA, and volume of the cube whose side is 4 centimeters. So this is a direct question, and this question you may get for 2 marks question. So here look carefully. The problem is regarding cube. Cube means you have to draw the cube figure. So this is the cube figure. This is a cube, and it is given that the side of the cube is 4 centimeters. See here, the side of a cube is 4 centimeters. And what he is asking us to find out, we have to find out the LSA, TSA, and volume. For this, we have to know the formulae. Therefore, the previously I said the mensuration topic is entirely based on formula. This chapter is formula based chapter. Therefore, hence you have to remember the formula carefully, and you don't by heart. In the previous class also I told you, don't by heart the formula. You just apply the tricks I have told in the previous class, how to remember the formula. So LSA. LSA means 4a square, and TSA is 6a square, and the volume will be a cube. So A is the side of the cube. It is given the side of the cube is 4. So hence I have substituted 4. Therefore, 4 into 4 into 4, you will get 64. And I observed each and every student in my class, they usually write 64. That's all. They finish. Then there itself. They don't write these units. These units are also very important. You have to mention these units. This is because this is the area. You have to mention the units as centimeter square, because the side is centimeter. So you have to write centimeter square, or else you can write square centimeters. Next one, the TSA. The TSA is, what is the formula for TSA? The TSA is 6a square, and here the a value is 4. I have substituted. Therefore, we get the answer as 96 square centimeters, and the volume is a cube. A cube means a into a, 3 times a. Therefore, 4 into 4 into 4, you will get 64 cubic centimeters. See here, look carefully. I have kept this is a volume. Therefore, you have to write in cubic centimeters or centimeter cube. So this is the first problem. This is a direct question based on cube. Next, we'll move on to the next problem. See, one more problem I have taken. So for mensuration, you have to read the question 1 to 2 times, and you have to draw the suitable diagram, and these dimensions also you have to look carefully. See here, the radius of a conical tent. Tent is given, the conical tent, and what is given, the radius is given. They may confuse, like they may give the sometimes diameter. and you'll substitute that diameter in place of radius, and you'll solve the problem. That error you'll do. Therefore, I again insist you to read the question 1 to 2 times. Then only you draw the diagram and apply the formula. See here, the radius of the conical tent is given, that is 6 centimeters, and height is given. Calculate the, what you have to calculate, the length of a canvas used in making the tent. So the length of a canvas for that conical tent, how much of canvas is required to prepare that tent. So which one you will take? You'll take LSA, TSA, or volume. Which one you'll take here? So you have to prepare the conical tent, this thing, no? So you have to make that tent, no? For that you have to take the LSA, isn't it? Lateral surface area of the cone, because the tent will be on a curved surface only. The base will be, base you don't prepare, base will be, one carpet will be there, so the tent is kept on the carpet. Therefore you have to consider only lateral surface area in this problem. See what is given, radius is given, the height is also given. Let us draw the diagram for this suitable diagram. See here, this is a cone, this is a tent. So you need to find out the LSA. This base is not necessary. Therefore, the LSA of this, what is given, the height of the cone is given, that is how much it is, 8 meters, and the radius is given here, how much it is, 6 meters. So for this, we'll find out the lateral surface area of the cone. What is the formula for finding out the lateral surface area of a cone? What is the formula for that? Let us see. See? Okay, this one, look here, lateral surface area. So here the radius is given, height is given. For finding out the lateral surface area, we need the slant height. This is the slant height of the cone. This is the slant height. So for that slant height, I explained how you find, how you should find out the slant height when the radius and height of the cone is given. So in the previous class only I explained. See here, the radius is given. This is Pythagoras theorem formula. This is a right angle triangle. The square on the hypotenuse is equal to the square of the other two sides. The one is radius and the other one is height. Therefore, I have substituted the r value, that is 6, and the height is 8. 6 square is 36, and the this one, the height is 8. So 8 8 it is 64. So 36 plus 64, it is 100. So when you take that this square to other side, it will become root. So root 100 will be 10. So like this you can find out the slant height of a cone. Now we'll find out the, see, this is the lateral surface formula. This is the lateral, so correct formula you have to put. Don't use the volume or the formula of any other solid figure like that. You should not confuse, should be perfect in writing a formula. See here, the lateral surface area is pi RL. In the problem he does not give an L value, he has given only the radius and height. From those two we have found out the lateral surface. Therefore, the lateral surface is what is, how much is the lateral how much how much is the slant height of the cone? How much it is? It is 10 centimeters. So the slant height is 10 centimeters. So for finding out the lateral surface area, we applied the formula like pi RL. In this, the slant height is 10. That we worked out and we found out. The same thing I have kept here, 10. The pi value is 22 by 7. Therefore, 22 by 7 into 6 into 10. So you have to multiply 22 into 6 into 10. It is about 1320. and the denominator is 7. When you divide, you'll get 189 centimeters. When you divide 1320 by 7, then you'll get 189. See here, calculate the length of a canvas, calculate the length of a canvas used in making a tent if the width is given. So what is given to you, which material is given to you? They have given a cardboard which is in a rectangular shape. See here, which is in a rectangular shape, which is in a rectangular shape. This is the rectangle shape. This type of cardboard they have given, and this cardboard breadth here he has already given how much it is, 2 meters, and length he is asking us to find out. So you know the lateral surface area of a conical tent, and you know the breadth, the area of the sheet. So the area of the sheet will be 189, and here the base is 2. So length is, that is equal to 189 by 2. You will get the length of a sheet. So the if a rectangle shaped cardboard is given, so that the length should be, how much the length should be when the breadth is 2 meters, the length should be around 94.5 meters. Then only you can prepare a conical tent like this. Then only you can prepare a conical tent like this. They may, I told cardboard, they may give like a cloth also. The canvas cloth. The canvas cloth length should be, how much the length should be? It should be 94.5 meters, and the breadth is already given. The breadth is 2 meters. Then only you can prepare a conical tent of these dimensions. See here, we'll move on to the one more example. See, this is a example regarding hemisphere. So this is the question. So first we'll read the question. What is the question? A company wants to manufacture 1,000 hemispherical basins from thin steel sheet. If the radius of each basin is given, how much it is? 20 centimeters. Find the area of steel sheet required to manufacture the hemispherical basin. So hemisphere means immediately you have to think about the hemisphere solid figure. That figure you have to try to draw in your papers. See here, this is a hemispherical basins. So in this some steel is given. From that you have to prepare basins like this. How many basins you have to prepare? You have to prepare 1,000 basins. So here he is telling that basin it is. Basin means usually it does not possess the lid. The basin means it does not possess the lid. If lid is there, you have to go for TSA. If lid is not there, no, you have to find out LSA in this problem also. So this is the basin, and this one is how much it is. The radius is 21 centimeters. The radius is 21. The height of the hemisphere is also 21. So let us move on to the problem. See here. So what is given here? The radius of the basin is given. How much it is? It is 21 centimeters. How much it is? 21 centimeters. And the lateral surface area of hemisphere, the formula is 2 pi r square. And we have substituted here 2 into 22 by 7 into r is, how much the r is? It is 21. 21 into 21. So 7 cancels with 21 3 times. So what remains here in the numerator? That is 2 into 22 into 3 into 21. When you multiply, you will get this value. This is the lateral surface area of basin, of hemispherical basin. Okay, finish the problem. No, the problem is not yet finished. What still you have to find out? You have to find out the 1000, the how much the steel sheet is required to prepare 1000 hemispherical basins, isn't it? So we'll solve that also. See here, the area of a sheet required to manufacture 1000 hemispherical basins. So 1000 means LSA. So one basin you require 2772 centimeters square. So for 1000, you have to multiply with 1000, you'll get answer like this. So when you take the 10,000 outside, the answer will be 277.2 into 10,000. So you know the 100 centimeters is equal to 1 meter. So 10,000, you can write in place of 10,000, you can write a meter square. You can write meter square. So this is the answer for this problem. Like that you have to do. Very easy. Now again, one more example. This is regarding cylinder. Let us see the problem. See, this is the problem. The shape of the solid iron rod is cylindrical. So cylinder means you should not draw cone diagram, or you should not draw a cuboid diagram. You have to draw only cylinder diagram. And cylinder, if you draw the diagram, they may give out of 4 marks. If you draw the diagram, and if you put the what is the height, radius, and what is given in the problem, for that they may give you half to 1 mark. If you don't know the problem, you just attempt the problem, then you may get the marks, minimum marks. See, cylinder is given, the length is 11 centimeters and the base diameter, see carefully, they may confuse, like here in this problem they didn't give radius, they gave diameter, and find, here he has given directly the volume of 50 such rods. He didn't ask you volume of a rod, he asked us to find out volume of 50 such rods. See, let us see what will be the diagram for this. This is a cylinder. The height is that is 11 centimeters, and here the diameter, see here, the diameter is how much it is? 7 centimeters. The diameter of the cylindrical rod is 7 centimeters. The height of the rod is 11 centimeters. So let us solve the problem for this question. So the height is 11 centimeters, diameter is given, how much it is? 7 centimeters. When diameter is given, so the radius will be half of it. Therefore, it is 3.5 centimeters. So here you have to find out the volume of the cylinder. Volume of the cylinder, what is the formula for that? It is pi r square h. So we'll substitute the values here. You know the value of pi, it is 22/7. And the r value is 3.5, and the height is 11. So 7 cancels with this, you'll get 0.5 here. See here, 0.5. And here 22 into 0.5. In a hurry, you'll just write 5 here. See, you should be very careful. Point is there after 1 digit. Don't forget to put the point. So 22 into 0.5 into 0.5 into 11. When you multiply all this, you will get the volume of single rod. So volume of one rod is given. So volume, see how the units I have written, centimeter cube. So is that completed? No, still problem is there. You have to find out the total volume of 50 rods, isn't it? The total volume of 50 rods is, you have to multiply the volume with the 50. So you'll get the answer like this. So this is very easy, and once you try to solve the problems, you feel very easy. Next. So these are the problems I have given. These problems, when you solve all these problems are direct questions, and mensuration is a big chapter. It consists about almost 5 exercises, I think. 4 to 5 exercises. All the exercises are very important, and these in exercise 1 and 2 you may get questions for 1 mark and 2 mark questions, and these questions when you practice perfectly, then you will feel easy to solve the problems. These questions may be asked under a problem solving category. So these are the problems which I have selected from few textbooks. These are very important problems. Try to solve these problems and try to remember. In the previous class also, I insisted you to take a blank format of formulas. Like left side, you have to fill the solid figures and try to write the LSA, TSA, and volume of the solid figures regularly, daily. Then you will be perfect in writing the formula. So this mensuration chapter is very important, and this is entirely purely it is formula based chapter. Unless you get the formula, you cannot write, you cannot solve the problems. Therefore if you want the marks, then you have to remember the formula, you have to practice, then only you'll get the questions. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you.